Lisa isn't alone. A few states away, a man named Robert sits in the waiting room of a free clinic. He used to have insurance through his job at the factory, but that job disappeared when the plant shut down. He's diabetic. Without insulin, his blood sugar swings dangerously high. He's been stretching his last prescription, using less than he's supposed to, trying to make it last. The dizziness has been getting worse. He hopes he can hold on until he can find another job with benefits, but that's easier said than done. And then there's Gloria. She's 72, living on Social Security and relying on Medicare for her prescriptions. She's hearing things in the news, talk about cuts, about restructuring, about making the system sustainable. But she knows what those words really mean. They mean people like her will have to pay more, will get less, will struggle even harder just to afford the medication that keeps them alive. Meanwhile, in Washington, these stories don't seem to matter. There, it's all about numbers on a spreadsheet, negotiations behind closed doors, deals made over expensive dinners. Lawmakers argue that these cuts are necessary, that the country simply can't afford to keep spending money on programs that help the poor. They say these decisions are tough but responsible. They talk about economic growth, about reducing the deficit, about strengthening the market. But there's something else behind it all, something they don't say out loud. Because while Lisa, Robert, and Gloria are being told there's not enough money to help them, there seems to be plenty of money for something else. The rich are getting richer. Wealthy corporations are seeing tax cuts that save them billions. The ultra-rich, people like Elon Musk, benefit from policies that make it easier to hold onto their wealth, expand their empires, and pay less in taxes, while everyone else is told to tighten their belts. Musk, with his sprawling companies, his influence in tech and space, his ability to shift markets with a single tweet, represents the kind of wealth that lawmakers seem eager to protect. The justification is always the same, that billionaires like him are the job creators, that making life easier for the ultra-rich will somehow trickle down to everyone else. But Lisa isn't seeing that trickle. Neither is Robert. Neither is Gloria. Instead, they watch as the wealth gap grows wider. They watch as the safety nets they rely on start to disappear, one by one, under the guise of economic responsibility. And they wonder how much more they're expected to sacrifice. Lisa thinks about calling her senator, about demanding answers, but she already knows what she'll hear. That they're working on it, that there's only so much they can do, that these decisions are complicated. Complicated. It's funny how complicated it gets when it's about helping the poor, but how easy it seems when it's about helping the wealthy. The fight over healthcare is not new. It's been happening for years, shifting with each administration, each new Congress. But something feels different this time. The stakes feel higher. The cuts feel deeper. The justifications feel thinner. And behind it all, Trump is waiting in the wings. He's been here before. He tried to dismantle healthcare programs once, pushing to repeal the Affordable Care Act, rolling back Medicaid expansion, slashing funding for health services. And now, with the 2024 election on the horizon, he's making it clear that he's ready to do it all again. He calls government-funded healthcare a disaster. He says cutting these programs is the only way to save the economy, and his allies in Congress are ready to make it happen. The question is, who's going to stop them? And then there are the people. The engineers who spent years refining propulsion systems that could one day take us to Mars. The entrepreneurs who believe space tourism is no longer a distant dream, but a reality within reach. The scientists who've been working on sustainable solutions to keep humans alive in deep space. Each of them carries a story of long nights, impossible challenges, and breakthroughs that seemed out of reach until the very last moment. This event is more than just an exhibition. It's a reflection of their passion, their struggles, and their belief in a future beyond Earth. But as the first wave of attendees starts arriving at the venue, there's a growing buzz about something unexpected. A rumor spreads, quietly at first, in hushed conversations over coffee, then gaining momentum. A major announcement is coming, something that hasn't been hinted at in press releases or previewed in promotional materials. A reveal that, if true, could turn everything on its head. Some dismiss it as speculation, but others, those who've been in the industry long enough to know how these things work, sense that something big is brewing. What could it be? A new propulsion system that will make deep space travel more efficient, a long-rumored mission finally being confirmed, or something no one saw coming, something that could redefine humanity's role in the universe. Whatever it is, one thing is certain: when the doors open and the convention begins, the world will be watching. And we'll be right here, bringing you every moment as it unfolds. Stay with us, because the future of space is about to take a dramatic turn. As the doors to the convention finally open, the massive exhibition hall comes to life. Bright displays flash with images of futuristic spacecraft. Interactive models invite visitors to test the latest innovations, and on every stage, industry leaders prepare to share their visions of the future. Cameras click, journalists scribble notes, and the air is thick with excitement. But just beneath the surface, the tension is impossible to ignore. The rumor that had been circulating in whispers now dominates conversations. Even among the scheduled presentations, panels, and demonstrations, there's a sense that something bigger is looming. People glance toward the main stage, wondering if the moment they're waiting for will happen today, tomorrow, or if it's all just speculation. Officials from major space agencies keep their expressions neutral, while representatives from private space companies are unusually quiet, their usual confidence replaced with a guarded curiosity. Whatever is coming, it has everyone on edge. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, another conflict is brewing. There are rivalries in the industry that go beyond competition. They're personal. Some companies have invested billions into technologies they believe will define the next era of space travel, only to find themselves at risk of being outpaced. For years, one organization has led the charge in reusable rocket technology, but whispers of a challenger, one that has supposedly made a breakthrough no one thought possible, threatens to shake their dominance. If the rumors are true, everything they've built could be in jeopardy. And then there's the geopolitical element. Space is no longer just about exploration, it's about power. Nations that once collaborated are now operating with a newfound caution. Questions of security, resources, and territorial claims in space have started to take center stage. With talk of future lunar bases and asteroid mining, the stakes have never been higher. Some believe that certain agreements between governments and private companies are being made behind closed doors, agreements that could reshape the entire industry. But who stands to gain, and who will be left behind? Amidst all of this, there are the scientists and engineers who simply want to push humanity forward. Many of them aren't concerned with politics or corporate rivalries. They are here because they believe in the mission, in the dream of expanding our reach beyond Earth. But even they can't escape the weight of what's unfolding around them. If a groundbreaking revelation is coming, it could change the direction of their research. Years of work, entire careers, could either be validated or suddenly become obsolete. With each passing hour, the anticipation only grows. Something is about to happen, something that will either confirm the rumors or surprise even the most well-connected insiders. But for now, the questions remain unanswered. The tension lingers in every conversation, every glance toward the main stage. And as the world watches, waiting for the moment that could shift the course of space exploration, one thing is clear: whatever happens next will be impossible to ignore. The energy in the convention hall is electric. Every conversation, every glance, every movement feels charged with anticipation. Attendees shuffle between exhibits, but their minds are elsewhere, waiting for the moment that has been hanging over the entire event like a storm cloud about to break. The rumor, once a quiet murmur, has now taken center stage. Something big is coming. Everyone can feel it, but no one knows exactly what it is. Industry leaders gather near the main stage, their expressions unreadable. Some exchange quiet words, others remain completely still, their gazes fixed forward. The tension isn't just about what will be announced, it's about who is behind it, and what it will mean for the future of space exploration. Could this be the game changer that shifts the balance of power? A breakthrough so significant that it will redefine everything? Or is it something no one saw coming, something that could disrupt the plans of the biggest players in the industry? In the exhibition hall, engineers and scientists who have spent years perfecting their technologies suddenly feel uncertain. Some have poured their entire careers into propulsion systems, space habitats, or interplanetary travel plans. But if this mystery announcement is what people are speculating, a revolutionary technology, a secret project coming to light, what happens to their work? Are they on the edge of a new opportunity, or will they find themselves falling behind overnight? The tension spreads beyond the walls of the convention center. Online forums are flooded with speculation, news outlets are scrambling to get insider details, and space agencies around the world are watching closely. If this revelation is as groundbreaking as the whispers suggest, it won't just impact the people in this room, it will change the trajectory of space exploration itself. Then, the lights dim. A hush falls over the crowd as a voice crackles through the speakers, signaling that the moment is near. Attendees rush to take their seats, eyes locked on the massive stage ahead. For a brief second, everything is still. It's the kind of silence that only comes before something truly historic. And then the screen lights up. A name appears. A logo. A project that no one had expected. A project that will change everything. Gasps ripple through the audience. People lean forward in their seats, some frozen in shock, others whispering urgently to their colleagues. Some faces show awe, others show fear. Whatever this is, it's bigger than anyone imagined. And just as the first words of the announcement begin, the screen flickers. A technical glitch, or something else. The tension snaps tight. Something isn't right. And in that moment, everyone realizes they are about to witness history. But what kind of history remains unknown? The screen flickers again. A murmur ripples through the audience, confusion, concern, a growing sense that something is off. For a moment, the massive display stabilizes, and the announcement is about to continue. But just as the speaker leans forward to begin, the screen goes dark. The microphone cuts out. A sharp silence fills the hall. People exchange uncertain glances. Is this a simple technical failure, or is something else happening? The organizers rush to fix the issue, but the delay stretches longer than it should. Some attendees shift in their seats, uneasy. Others check their devices, scrolling through live updates. Then suddenly, a notification pops up. A breaking news alert spreading across social media. At first, only a handful of people notice, but within seconds, the entire room is buzzing. A leak. Someone has revealed classified information before the official announcement. And what's worse, it's not just a summary. It's something far more explosive. A document, a set of encrypted files, now circulating online, hinting at a discovery that wasn't meant to be revealed today. Or perhaps not at all. The speaker on stage glances down at their phone, their face shifting from frustration to something else, something closer to shock. Whatever they just saw, it changes everything. They hesitate, as if deciding what to do next. The audience leans in, sensing that this is no longer just about an unveiling. It's about control. Someone out there wanted the world to see this information on their terms, not the way it was planned. Security personnel move discreetly through the crowd. Officials whisper urgently into earpieces. The organizers try to regain control, but the energy in the room has shifted. Some attendees rush out of their seats, making frantic calls. Journalists scramble for confirmation. Meanwhile, those who have seen the leaked files are already piecing together what it means, and the implications are staggering. Because if the leaked documents are real, they point to something beyond a technological breakthrough. They hint at a discovery, one that challenges everything the space industry thought it knew. Something that could explain the secrecy, the nervous glances, the unusual silence from major players. This wasn't just about unveiling a new spacecraft or propulsion system. This was something much bigger. And now, instead of a carefully controlled announcement, The world is learning about it in the most chaotic way possible. The speaker on stage finally steps forward, gripping the microphone as the screen flickers back to life. The audience holds its breath, waiting for answers. But before they can speak, another message flashes across the screen. A new leak. More files. And this time, the message is clear. Asterisk, asterisk, you're not ready for this. Asterisk, asterisk. The room erupts into chaos. And just like that, the event that was supposed to shape the future of space technology has turned into something no one could have predicted. The silence lingers for what feels like forever. No one moves. No one speaks. The room is in chaos. Voices overlap as attendees scramble to understand what just happened. The speaker on stage tightens their grip on the microphone, their expression unreadable. Security personnel move quickly, whispering to event organizers, their faces tense. The leaked files have thrown everything into disarray. Whatever was supposed to be announced today no longer matters, because now the world is seeing something it was never meant to see. A new message appears on the massive screen. The same ominous words flash again. Asterisk, asterisk, you're not ready for this. Asterisk, asterisk, but this time the message isn't alone. A file begins to load. The audience watches in stunned silence as a grainy, classified image appears. A piece of technology unlike anything ever revealed to the public. It's sleek, otherworldly in design, nothing like the spacecraft currently in development. The file name suggests it isn't just a prototype. It's real, and it's already been built. Gasps ripple through the crowd. This is bigger than a simple leak. This is evidence of a project that has been kept secret, something so advanced, so beyond known space-flight capabilities, that its existence raises more questions than answers. Has a private company developed technology far ahead of what they've disclosed? Is this an experimental government project hidden from the public eye? Or is it something else entirely? The speaker finally takes a breath and speaks, their voice steady despite the chaos. They confirm that the project was never meant to be revealed today, or possibly ever. It represents a leap in propulsion technology, something that could make deep space travel a reality much sooner than expected. But the real question isn't about what it is. It's about asterisk asterisk who asterisk asterisk released this information, and asterisk asterisk why asterisk asterisk. And then the final twist. Another notification pings on screens across the room. The source of the leaks has been traced, but the results are baffling. It didn't come from an outside hacker. It didn't come from a rogue insider. The leak originated from within the system itself, an automated release, programmed long before this event. People exchanged stunned glances. Someone, or something, wanted this information to get out at exactly this moment. But what does that mean? Was it a warning, a message, or a challenge? The speaker on stage glances up, as if they too are realizing something unsettling. If this was planned, then whoever did it is asterisk asterisk still watching asterisk asterisk, and just like that, the convention that was supposed to define the future of space technology has turned into the biggest mystery of all. The screen goes black. The room is silent, and somewhere unseen, someone knows exactly what happens next.